Hello and welcome to another video from the Power Platform Security series. Today I want to have a look at application access control. Well, if you have not heard about it, there is an article available on Microsoft Learn and it says, hey, this tool helps you to avoid exfiltration of data in Dataverse environments. So you need a managed environment, you need a Dataverse, tables and records, then you can make use of this. But the question is, how does it actually work? Well, it basically allows you to block or allow the access to specific applications. And the way how this works is basically you are in the Power Platform Admin Center, here in Security, Identity and Access, and then there is this new functionality. It allows you to select the environments that you have. And then inside of the environments, you can, for example, block the apps, you can allow access, and you can enable it only for specific roles. But rather than talking about this, let's check it out in my demo system, how it works. Okay, before we have a look into my demo system, first here is the article that I showed you in one of my first slides. I would recommend that you go through it and have a look. And then once you are through this, then you can basically set up this Power Platform Admin Center access control configuration. But before we are doing that, let me quickly show you my setup to do a comparison. So first thing is, we are here in the Contoso default environment. I am using two users in the following. One is David, and he has the role System Admin Basic User Environment Maker in this Contoso default environment. And the other one is William, and he has the same roles. So experience will be the same. And I have a second environment. This is called MOD. And here William has again the same roles: Environment Maker, System Admin and Basic User. But this time David has one additional role. And this additional role is important for later on. And this is here this process mining user. Okay, so with this setup, you can basically go into the Power Platform Admin Center and configure this access control. But what is smarter and in my opinion a bit faster is if you open these apps. And these apps that I open here, they show you basically all of the applications that you can allow or block. And well, they are just easier to handle because you can open everything in Excel Online and then update all of the records at once and not one by one. So for my Contoso environment, which is this one here, everything is blocked. For the other environment, the MOD environment, also everything is blocked. So setup is the same. Okay. Now let's go into our configuration. Here's the access control. And first thing I'm doing is I go here into Contoso. And what is important, and let me move my recording tool here a bit. That's here on top this access control. So if you have all of your apps blocked, but the access control is set to disabled, then things work as usual. Nothing is blocked, everything is okay. Only if you change this access control. And here in Contoso, I blocked everything. Okay. The second environment is this MOD environment. And what I did here is I said, hey, the access control is enabled for roles. So I block everything, but there are two exceptions. And let me try to find that. And that's basically for this desktop app and for Power Automate process mining. And here I allow the process mining user role to access these tools. Or these applications. So that's the difference. Now with this in mind, let's go to David and have a look first what he can do and what he can't. So I'm here in Contoso. I'm here in Dataverse, the table for accounts. I'm system admin, so I can see the things. I can even build an app. You see here is the account table. Again, Contoso. And I have here a simple gallery. So very good, I can create my own app. But now let's see what happens if I try to share this. So let's say William, I want to share it with another user. And then if I click share, you see, hey, there's an error. I cannot share this app. Why? Because sharing this app would mean that somebody else could have access to this database data and exfiltrate data. Okay, so it's not working. Next thing, I'm again in Contoso default, process mining, and then I just clicked here on this show me finance process, which is basically showing you a sample process mining dashboard and some analysis, and you see it failed. It does not work. Why? Because when you're running process mining, basically some kind of metadata files are stored in Dataverse, which prevents you from all of that. But then you might say, hey, isn't there a workaround? What do you see if you download this process mining app? So let's see if we go into this app and what kind of experience we see there. So I do not want to run an update here. And let's open it here. So if I'm here in this Contoso, you see, hey, something is not working. It just stops you from doing something. If I go into any other environment, let's say I know I have something in this trial. There should be something. And then we should see the records and can access the data. So also here, this configuration can stop you from using these desktop apps. What about Power Automate Desktop? Let's open that. And here again, that's Power Automate Desktop. That's my user. I can see here this dummy or test environment where I can create new Power Automate flows. But now let's go to Contoso. And what you see is that you do not see anything because here this one is not updated. I mean, you cannot simply select here Contoso. You can of course select the others where these restrictions do not apply, and here you can create flows, but not in this Contoso environment. Okay. But what about other flows? So if we go here, again we are in Contoso. And this time I created a flow that basically sends an email. So that it does not even touch Dataverse. So does this one work? So let's check it out and basically run a test. And hopefully in a second we should be able to run this. So we say continue, run the flow, and then see what happens. So it says done, and the expectation is of course that it sends the email. And this is of course, I mean, we don't touch Dataverse, we just send a simple email and that's working. But what happens if we say, okay, I want to add here Dataverse, maybe list the rows, and then if we open this element here, the tables, you see there's an error message saying, hey, you cannot do that. So this is the restriction that comes into place with this kind of configuration. Okay, but now what about the other environment? Now we're working here in Contoso. What about the other environment, this MOD administrator? And what you can see is I already tried with this and this process. It works. It shows you the processes. You can access the data. You can access these files and the graphics and do your analysis. Why? In this case, this user has this specific role assigned. So let's double check that so that you remember. So if we are here in the administrator and if we go here, then you should remember that David has one additional role that the other user does not have. So if I'm selecting this, so process mining user can access this Power Automate process mining. But William does not have this role. So what happens with William? If he is going into this environment, he tries the same. He tries to run this out of the box default reports, then you already saw it that an error message is coming up. So he is blocked from doing that. Of course, if William wants, he can send a simple email. He can create a Power Automate flow that sends us an email and do basic things. But as soon as he touches somehow Dataverse, things are not working. So I will not wait until this loads. You saw the error message before. But let's rather go back into my PowerPoint for some closing remarks. Okay, so after this demo, here's a short summary. Yeah, and the first point is, well, this new functionality allows you blocking complete applications such as process mining, Power Automate Desktop, other things that you just do not want to have users to be allowed and shared in your environment. But not everything is blocked. Yeah. So for example, if you have Power Automate flows, yeah, that do not make use of Dataverse connectors, yeah, that just send out simple emails as an example, then this is still working. Yeah, no problem. Of course, you can block it by using additional setups and configurations such as data loss policies and so on. But this feature basically allows this. And of course, it's an excellent option to restrict the access to environment data for either all people or people with specific user roles or whatever you need. Okay, that's it again for this video. As usual, if you have questions or comments, put it in the comment section or send me an email. Thanks for watching and listening, and then till next time.